Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Right now, West Fargo leaders are considering a mask mandate for the city. It comes on the heels of a mandate that exists in Fargo. On Monday, Commissioner Brad Olson brought up the idea for West Fargo, saying that there should be uniformity in the area. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockey joins us in the newsroom with the latest. And Courtney, you're following the meeting, but you're not at City Hall.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. I'm actually waiting. The meeting hasn't quite started yet. I've got it pulled up behind me. That's because of COVID-19 precautions. They're meeting virtually, so we're talking to you from the newsroom tonight. Now, earlier this morning, city leaders, a couple of them, met to talk about what this mask mandate would look like for West Fargo. They're calling it a mask strategy. That's what they're going to be voting on tonight. Now, unlike Fargo, all of the city commissioners will be voting on it. It's not an emergency declaration. And they're also going to be talking about things like what kind of precautions or how we would enforce this. That's something that we did not talk about with Fargo. So as soon as we get this update, we will let you know, because this will go into effect immediately. If we get that information during the newscast, we will update you. If not, be checking your phone, be checking online. And later tonight on Valley News Live at 10, we will have much more as well as reaction. Mike?
All right, thanks, Courtney. And besides Fargo, the city of Minot also has passed a mask mandate, again without penalties. I was able to clean off my driveway and sidewalks this morning. I'm guessing many of you did the very same thing. It's time for round two. From what I've been told, the path of this snow system may have slid a little bit to the south. Our storm team has you covered, so let's get the very latest on when everything gets revved up. Hutch is here now. What do you have, Hutch?
Mike, I got to tell you, we're expecting some significant snow with this system and quite a bit of wind as well. And you are correct. The latest model runs are shifting it just a little bit to the south, enough so that our northern counties may have very little to no snow at all near the international border. This evening, snow extending along the South Dakota border all the way out towards Minneapolis. Here's a look at the snowfall potential with this storm system right off the bat, so you know what to expect for your day tomorrow. Snow first thing in the morning, 0 to 4 inches. Hutch, why the big range? Because right along Highway 200 is where I expect things to really ramp up. Fargo could very well get closer to 4 inches, maybe even a little bit more, depending on the exact track of things. But that South Dakota border looks to be the area hardest hit. That includes you in Ellendale, Gwinner, Lisbon, out towards Hankinson and Fergus Falls as well. 3 to 6 inches, isolated 10-inch totals cannot be ruled out, with over a foot for some in South Dakota. Tonight, get out and enjoy. Finish your cleanup, Mike, because tomorrow there'll be a little more outdoor work to do. Take it easy. I'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast, though, in here in just a few moments.
All right, thanks so much, Hutch. New tonight at 6 o'clock, U.S. health officials have redefined what counts as a COVID-19 close contact, now including briefer but repeated encounters. The CDC says a close contact is someone who's been exposed for a total of 15 minutes or more within a 24-hour window. The CDC is advising states to take another look at their recent contact tracing efforts. This comes less than 24 hours after North Dakota announced that contact tracing is up to the public due to the backlog of cases. Valley News Team's Bailey Hurley explains what prompted that move.
Katarina Domitrovich has been contact tracing for both the University of North Dakota and the state since the early days of the pandemic.
Contact tracing has been crazy. I don't have a better adjective other than it's just been insane.
But says now she and her team of over 70 are shifting their focus to case investigations.
That means, figuring out when their symptoms started, if they're symptomatic, if they're asymptomatic.
She says while the move was necessary due to the state's COVID-19 surge and the overwhelming amount of work to be done, it's not a permanent change.
Until we are caught up on cases, until we are, we're seeing the numbers go back down, until we have the capacity to deal with it, we are stepping away.
Domitrovich says her team works on 3-hour shifts and makes about 20 calls in that time, trying to connect the dots of who each positive case has been around. But says an increasing amount of non-compliance by North Dakotans has made their job extremely difficult, if not impossible.
We've had people hang up on us when we call. We've had people not answer. And so let's just say for every one person, there's 3 contacts. Just think about that. And you have 2 positives a day that are being non-compliant, that's obviously just hypothetical. That's 6 people who have been in close contact with a positive case. And then those people aren't being told to quarantine. They're not being told that they were exposed.
The Department of Health's new tracing process has many in the valley up in arms, saying it's a step backwards for the state. However, Dimitrovich says while the change does give her pause, she says she has faith North Dakotans will do the right thing.
I think the resilience of North Dakota will truly come out on the good side of this.
In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
And coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 10, hear from many in the Valley who say the constant change of COVID-19 policies is wearing them out. Free money are words that get most people's attention, so it should come as no surprise that they're being used to grab the attention of college students. Local universities are pushing for more students to get tested for COVID-19 as case numbers spike in the Red River Valley. This as community members express concern after a testing event in Grand Forks was halted after reaching capacity. Some in the community fear that testing those without symptoms will only add to the growing backlog of COVID investigations, causing more delays in notifying people.
I think it shows the incentives are working to bring people to the events. We can bring people to these events, and we're hoping that the state notices this and continues to generously focus its testing resources on Grand Forks County and UND.
Another testing event is slated for next Tuesday at UND. No word on whether it will close early if the higher volumes show up again. Later on Valley News Live at 6, details behind a bar argument that led to charges for one man pointing a gun at others.
Round 1, snowfall totals anywhere from 3 to 4 here in the FM area, a little less in Grand Forks. Look at Ferndale, 7 inches there. More on the way, some of us over 6 inches. Your hour-by-hour forecast is coming up right after this.